I really hope I get a win when the ERM comes out. What's poppin' everyone, it's your boy Levi, and this video is my punishment video for not getting a day 1 win with Tazia. If you don't know what that means, click the card above. I was tasked with getting a win with Isol without using any traps. The build I went for is a 4-zone crit build starting in Avenue. Honestly, I thought this challenge might be a little too easy if I played AR Isol, so I decided on Pistol. Pistol is traditionally amped for Isol, so I went crit for the bonus challenge. Here's how it went. Isol's whole identity is surrounded by traps. He's the token trap character. Isol's ultimate is a landmine he can place down and conceal in the area to blow up when stepped on. While it does scale with AP and amp, the damage is increased by trap mastery, and that means it's considered a trap, so I won't be using it. Isol's passive is guerrilla warfare, which allows him to almost instantly place and arm traps. Unfortunately, I start with a point in passive, so I won't be leveling it up at all. I decided to max E, then Q, then W. Crit Isol is all about keeping distance from your enemies with E and W, and then chasing them down with Q after. I decided on Sentinel as my augment, because going this glass cannon build, I'd need a shield, especially with not going Magnum Boa for the lifesteal. I decided on Electron Blaster because it has a decent amount of ammo in it, so I'm not constantly reloading, but it still gives me a ton of damage. I take the Bears and Beach because I have to keep my mastery up if I want to keep up in the lobby. Having only 3 abilities, which I'm crit, so W is hardly an ability, and E doesn't do damage, I was definitely at a disadvantage every fight. After Beach, I passed up through Hotel, taking the hunts on the left side, and hyperlooped into school for Meteorite. I looped right onto an Ava's forehead, but lucky for me, Jackie was the target of her laser. I healed up and circled around to get the Ava, assuming she'd used a ton of VF, which that character gets so much VF back from one spell she probably never runs out. I found myself in the middle of Ava and Tazia, and honestly, the situation kind of worked out for me. They both threw their spells out and I just E'd to dodge, and then they ended up hitting each other. But Jackie tried the third party, but I secured a kill with one shot. She did run me down, and thankfully I was just a little too fast, so I was able to keep out of basic attack range. As her speed runs out, I get the root off my Q, and I'm able to take her down too. When you crit with this build, you do a ton of damage. You're just so susceptible to dying quickly. The Tazia ended up having the Meteorite, so I used it for Pegasus. And the endless fights continue. A Luke runs into me after dodging his Q, and I'm able to run him down for the kill. Well, that's what I'd like to say if I didn't get it stolen by Ava. And so I took it personally, and ran her down too. Honestly, I talk about how Ava and Emma are some of my least favorite matchups in the game, but at least once you get onto Ava, she's decently easy to kill. Let me know in the comments who your least favorite character to fight is. I roll past her ult to dodge, and then pick up the kill. And there's only 5 people left. On day 2. This game's been a bloodbath. I figured I had pretty good odds of getting Meteorite with everyone gone, so I picked that up in Factory and used it for Shield of Kings. I actually really like this item. I think it's sleeper good. Just not a lot of builds run Creed, and Pegasus is too good as a first upgrade with your Meteorite. Honestly, if they took out the HP regen on Creed and put skill damage reduction instead, I'd run Creed on a lot of builds. It's just hard for crit characters to contest objectives when these mages throw out 100 spells in 30 seconds from 50 feet away. I saw Cicilla pick up a kill on Chiara, and then pick up Alpha in the zone over, so I knew she was nearby. I figured she would have at least had to burn ultimate and weapon skill to get both of those, but I decided that picking a fight with her wasn't a great idea. She could easily just bubble my Q and then kite me out. As much as I wanted to go for it, I left it alone and hyperlooped to Forest for Tree. In Forest, I ran into a Rio, and I think she had her item menu open because she kind of just walks by me here. I picked up my free kill and then ran into Cicilla. With some quick footwork, I dodged her pull and let her have the tree. I really don't want to fight a 4-kill Cicilla. I'll just call one in. I had enough credits for a forest course, so I called that in instead, and headed into Factory for cards and Cemetery for flowers. I was going to make Dice of Destiny, which may or may not be a teaser for my upcoming video. Cicilla and Chiara were fighting over Omega and Doc, and unfortunately, Cicilla came out on top, meaning I was forced to fight her as the final 2. I was feeling pretty good about my transitions, and I hyperlooped into Doc for the fight, but for some reason, I guess she wasn't expecting me to contest her as the final 2. Odd play in my opinion. With all her cooldowns and being half health, I was able to get the kill and the win. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to this point. This was Isol without ult or traps. It honestly didn't take me too long, just a couple games or so. Glad we got the win however. Make sure to check out my IRM video coming this week. I'm going to need more punishment ideas if I don't get a day 1 win with her, so make sure to comment on it. If you're excited for the cat girl, leave a like and subscribe for more Eternal Return videos. And make sure to click the video in the end card if you want to see just how broken Kathy is.